Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Merry Christmas. How's everyone doing? Oh, I forgot. Send now. There we go. Discord notification. So yeah, it's Christmas. I'm live, I think. Did I hit the button? I hit the button. Sweet. So how's everyone doing today? Hope you had a good holiday. Hope you had some fun. Hope you're all you've eaten well, got all your presents, everything you wanted. Hope you've had a good time. So how's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Snowed in? Not so much. My family is relatively small, both on my side and my wife's side. For my side of the family, we do everything Christmas Eve. So like we go to my mom's house and everyone meets up there. And it's a small family, right? So we do all our stuff Christmas Eve. And with my wife's family, they live all over the place. So we actually get together like between Christmas and New Year's usually. So Christmas Day for us is you wake up, I pick up Cinnabons for breakfast. So I pick those up on Christmas Eve because everything's closed today. So we have Cinnabons, we open gifts, and then that's it. That's our Christmas. We don't do anything the rest of the day. We don't do a big dinner or anything. We usually eat the leftovers from yesterday. So I figure, you know what? I want to finish rebuilding the flywheel LR4. As you can see, this thing's missing some stuff. I know we built it a couple streams ago. Turns out the flight controller is dead. So I've got a whole new flight stack, and we're gonna solder that up and install it today. So, have you used an LWL ultra flat bed? Never even heard of it. This is the first time hearing about it. Got some drink. I do upstairs. We'll see how this goes. I kind of want to get, you know, some of the stuff with the hot piece of metal done before we dip into the libations. So yeah, so it should be a pretty simple stream. I've already done this once before, and then it turned out the flight controller was dead, so we got to do it again. But it should just be soldering. I did plug it into my computer, and Betaflight does see the ESC. So the ESC, or correction, the flight controller, and it does the little spinny stuff. So we should be okay. Should be okay. So yeah, swapping's time. Oh, cool. I haven't played with it. I have not played with it. There is a whole subset of folks that are really into like speed chasing printers and squeezing every minute perfectional detail out of it. When I built my V Minion, the bed was canted a millimeter. I just let the bed leveling take care of it. I'm very much, once it works, it works. So yeah. So where is that? So hopefully I'm not wearing the hat simply because I know when I do overhead camera, I'm going to block it all most of the time. So we're going to try to avoid that. And, for once, look, it's something that's not usually in this room, a chair, an actual chair. Ever use Wham Bam? I have not. I usually use whatever. I know some people are super particular about their PEI. When it comes to PEI, I find most of it just works. Yeah. Look at me. I'm sitting. Look. Oh, I gotta move this camera. Nope, that's the overlay. I move my overlay. There we go. Move that there. There we go. Look at this production values. It's like I almost know what I'm doing sometimes. I got a chair. This chair is from my mom's house that she got like billions and billions of years ago. So yeah. So this is a brand new flight controller. It's a SpeedyBee F7 Mini 20 by 20. I really should have checked to make sure it fits first. It does, just barely. so I got my conformal coating, I got all of that stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of like solder stuff outside, put it in, or conformal it, let it dry, put it in. So I think we gotta put power to this first. What extruder? They come with the, I believe LDO kits still come with the original clockwork. I believe. Oh, also, this is the original capacitor for this build. This originally is a Flywoo LR4. So it's like a 220 UF, what is it? What is this thing? 220 UF capacitor, okay? This is the one that comes with the controller, or the flight stack. I don't think I need one this big because I'm not running 6S, and this is a not exactly a taxing build. Plus, I don't really have room for it, so I'm gonna stick with the original. I do have a 470 35 volt one, but this isn't a low, what is it, low ESR one. So I think this one, because it is low ESR, I think, is it better to go stick with the smaller low ESR one or go with like just a generic bigger one? I don't know. When we get to it, if somebody could tell me, that would be appreciated. Lawson, $5. Cheers. Merry Christmas from Australia. Cheers. So yeah, so today's stream is, it's just gonna be working on the quad. Nothing super fancy. It's literally, you know, I was gonna be down here doing this anyways. I might as well turn the camera on so I don't get lonely and I have somebody to talk to. That's basically it. No 6S yet. I know the problem is with 6S for me, I gotta, oh wait, I totally have my license. That's right. I don't think there's really many sub 250 6S's, are there? I know there are, but yeah. I totally already have my license for the one quad I have that is just over 250 grams. I totally already have my license. Yes. And I don't have that fancy pen that I see everyone use. I literally have like this tube of flux that I bought from Louis Rossman's store like 3 years ago that I'm never going to run out of. Big pads. It just sucks the heat in. I might have a better tip for this, but I don't have it on me. Come on. There we go. I use a bucket of solder flux and a Q-tip. If it works, it works. If it works, it works. And I know it's probably going to come up because every time I solder, it comes up. Yes, I shake. I suffer from essential tremors. My hands just shake. So I know it'll come up. It always comes up every time I solder. So I might as well get that out of the way now. Did I miss that super chat, by the way? I can't remember if I called it out. Where's my mouse? Lawson, $5. Cheers from Australia. Cheers, mate. Happy Boxing Day. You guys have Boxing Day down there? I think you have Boxing Day down there. Yeah, Flux is awesome. I love Flux. Flux, OmniFixo, and good quality solder. And by good quality, I use the 60. What is it? 6337? Is that? There we go. Yeah, come on. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. I used to have a better pair of tweezers for this. I'll just use these. Clean with IPA after. Oh, I know. Okay. One side got a lot more solder than the other, but that ain't going anywhere. So the plan is to solder this on, solder on my capacitor, tin up all the contacts, and then I'm going to flip it over, conformal coat the bottom, and then I can install it, and then the bottom's already conformal coated. Unexpected stream. Yep. I probably won't be talking as much as I normally do on this stream tonight, just because I'm working on this. But that's the plan. Okay, so when it comes to mounting this, this is gonna go here. I've got like, I gotta put the cap up here. I've got no room back here. Actually, if I use the little guy, I could squish him under here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just put the little guy under here. So I am gonna have to put an extension on here though, because this is itty bitty. So let me get some wire. Where's my drawer of wires of various lengths? Here we go. Ugh. Have a rosin core? Yes, it does. Yep, I use this stuff. Are the wires assorted? You know they are. Because it's essentially flip. I know. I pretty much only normally when it comes to what I draw. Oh, I dropped my brush. When it comes to soldering pads, if everything's fresh and clean, I actually normally don't use flux. I usually only use flux with rework or if it needs a lot of help. So like the main pads here, the big honking ones, because they're massive, I use flux just to make it a little bit easier. But for like the little, even the motor pads, I probably won't use flux because it's rosin core.
Okay, which is the negative? That's negative.
I bought the spool of solder. I don't even know how long ago. And I will probably, this spool will be passed down for generations. I don't think I'm ever going to run out. So I'm not too concerned. It works good enough. I mean, up till now, most of the stuff I've been doing is like 3D printing stuff. So it's not like I'm really stressing this too much. What temp do I usually 400C, I think, or 400C is usually what I have my iron at. Rosin is old school. You want to watch a good video, you want a fun video, go on YouTube and find like the old what is it? It's like a NASA video, like how to solder like to NASA standards. And it's from like the early 60s. The video is awesome because it's like all old and shit, right? And you're watching it and you're like, oh, that would suck to do. But it's really cool to watch because it's like the old standards and the old way everyone did everything. Yeah, I probably solder hotter than I should. 400. I'll drop it down here. I've had it set for 400 since forever, and I've just never changed it. Yeah, 320. Okay, I'll drop it down a bit and see. I'm NASA certified by Baker Hughes, and I've watched the videos I've seen. Oh yeah, like a lot of like the basics, like yeah, obviously the technology changes, right? The technology changes, the equipment changes, but like, you know, it's like welding. If it doesn't matter what welder you use, you know, but if you know how to stack dimes, you're good. Iron's at 450. Yeah, everyone, it's a personal preference thing, I think. Hey, Maker Viking. Okay, make sure I soldered that the right way. Nope, that did not melt enough. There we go. I might actually ditch the apron today just because I'm sitting. Okay. So let's see, if I put that there, that can go there. They need to be roughly... roughly about that long. And are these the bad ones? Yeah, these are the bad ones. That's why it's not working. Okay. Jet Propulsion Lab. Okay. I just remember watching it on YouTube ages ago and I was like, oh, that's cool. Trying to follow chat as best I can, but I am sitting a bit far away from chat right now. Wow, that's sucking the heat in. Also, it helps if my iron's on. Did you know soldering irons don't work if they're not hot? There you go. Okay. That is that. That is really close to yeah, I'll put a little Captain tape. Just put a little Captain tape just to make sure that these don't accidentally bump the frame, because if these bump the frame, we're gonna have a bad time. So I'm just gonna put a little Captain tape on that. Okay, let's get these pads primed up. Non-damage tip. This is a relatively new iron, or a new tip. It's the spade tip or whatever it's called. They will also tell you. Oh, I know, but the problem is I can't mount the cap directly. I don't have the room. And I've mounted it with wires before, and that is, you can mount it with wires if you need to. Like it is, you can do it if you need to. Oh, why do you keep turning it off? Keep bumping the button. I might have to yeah, I'm gonna put a little A little bit of flux on this just to help it a bit. Christmas Chinese food. We do that for New Year's usually. There we go. Nice to have a steady hand. Oh, my hands aren't steady. I'm just used to working with the shake. Okay, let that dry. And then conformal coat it. Essential, at least that's what I don't know if it's primary or essential. I guess it depends on where you are in the proper medical term. But I have what my doctor calls essential tremors. And it's just, you shake. Nothing you can do. You're just gonna shake. So, it is what it is. And then I did go ahead today. What are you doing in here?
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Calvin. You want a hug? Ugh. You want to say good night to everyone? Say good night.
Good night, everyone.
What's Daddy doing?
Working.
Yeah, Dad is working. Okay, fist bump.
But,
Okay, good night.
Daddy Dado. Daddy Dado.
Yeah,
Wow. Daddy.
good night. A little visitor. Okay. So intruder. he's got clearance. He's allowed to be in here. Usually, if I'm in here, he's allowed to be in here. But it's surprising how often I have to rely on the camera on that machine to make sure he doesn't come in here. Because he'll be like watching a show and I'll be on the computer or something, and I'll have like on my monitor that I monitor the printers with, I'll just have that camera up, and I can see him poke his head in the door, and I'm like, oh, he's going for something. Because every now and then he gets in his head that, oh, Daddy printed something and I want it, and he'll go for it. So, okay, conformal coating. It's winter. There's snow everywhere, and where I live, if it's not snow, the ground is soaked. So I conformal coat my shit. So we're gonna conformal coat the bottom of this, and then we'll do the top after we solder the motors on. And then there's connections here, obviously don't get conformal coating on that. And I don't know what these pads are for. I'm gonna try and conformal coat them, but I don't, because just be careful not to get in the connector, I guess. There we go. Okay, now we let that dry. And I might as well do the bottom of this, because there's nothing down here I need to solder, right? Yeah, there's nothing down here. This don't have a barometer, so. So I might as well do the bottom of this while I'm at it. Let those dry. Also, I'm pretty sure this acts a little bit like insulation for electrical contact. And I'm always paranoid of shorts, so. There we go. Now we let that dry. Bloody hell. How was you tagged before you joined? People know the future. People know the future. What's conformal coating? It's basically like silicone paint. So it waterproofs it, essentially. Because the last thing you want is your quad to like land in a puddle and everything shorts. You don't want that. So you put conformal coating on your electronics, and it basically acts like a waterproofing layer. It prevents shorts. It prevents electronics from going sparky spark. You don't want your electronics going sparky spark. That would be bad. Dang it, that doesn't fit. I'll put it on the board. First thing here, Sparky Spark. I might just put these in the UV. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw these in the UV. It'll go by quicker. I ain't got time to let these air dry. Go. It's quad condom. I guess that term works. Ain't nobody got time for that. Exactly. There we go. There we go. What's everyone printing tonight? I just printed all new. No. I reprinted the GPS mount for this and the beeper mount because it was the only thing that was still the original like gray TPU, and everything else that I printed on here is red because I had to replace a bunch of parts. So now it's all red TPU. And that was printed on the Bamboo P1P, which it's funny, I'm using the P1P more than the X1 because I have a rep box sitting above it, and it's just easier to throw filament in the P1P than it is than with the AMS, because the AMS can't take TPU and other certain spool types. Yeah, if you're ever lazy and you don't want to wait for your conformal coating to cure, throw it in a if you got a UV resin cure, throw it in there. Okay, Captain. No, not that one. This one. There we go. Okay. So that should be good there. So we've got Captain, just to make sure that these contacts here don't short to the frame. That goes in there. Line up that. There we go. Let's make sure these aren't touching. Yeah, there is a little bit of gap. That's good. Okay. I keep bumping something on this buzzer and it triggers it. I keep touching like two of the wires together or something. I can't remember what I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna put just two little standoffs on here just so I can solder these on and nothing moves. Those are M3. Where's the M2s? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I put you in this room? Are you in this room? No, you're not in this room. Where are my M2 standoffs? Oh, here they are. I'm just blind. There we go. Actually, one second. I'm taking that off. I don't like what I'm seeing something I don't like. 1 second here. Just call me paranoid, but anytime if I screw something up and I can cause damage, I get paranoid. Yeah, that's what I see. That's what I thought. There we go. There was like that, you know how sometimes when you pull your soldering iron off, you get that little tip? I had one of those and it was kind of really close to poking. I'd be worried about it making its way through the carbon fiber. Because I know in 3D printing people like to ground their frame, but I don't think you do that in FPV. I don't think you ground your quadcopter frame. I don't think that's a practice people do. But grounding is fun. Okay. So that is that. That is that. Not play Spotify music. Yeah, I got it on repeat for the Christmas playlist, so we're good. Okay. So now, not the GPS, not the buzzer. We got all these motors we got to connect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them because this used to have a 16 by 16 stack. And now this is not 16 by 16. So I'm just going to trim them ever so slightly. That one I already did. Just so I have fresh solder on everything too. What size are these? 22 gauge? Short things out though. Yep. Carbon fiber is conductive. That's okay. It's always content if something goes wrong. Because remember, I don't have a smoke stopper yet. I ordered one. It never showed up, so I don't have a smoke stopper. So, we'll find out if it works live, I guess. Am I liking the new goggles? The DJIs? Ah, they're nice. But I went from EV800Ds to DJI V1 goggles. So it's kind of a skewed sample size, I guess you could say. Like I went from ancient crappy goggles to what were really good goggles 4 years ago, something like that. And still, I haven't actually flown digital. Because this is my only quad that has digital. So I haven't had the chance to actually fly proper digital yet. So... Oh, how to trim that. So literally I use them for analog with an adapter. Mostly. But again, compared to the EV800Ds, they're much better. That's for sure. I love when you get all these little nubbins of solder everywhere, or wire. Okay. I flew in 20F weather over ice covered yesterday. Nice. I've flown out front for like a couple minutes in the problem is it's been windy here. We get like decent. It's been windy. So this is my biggest quad too. Like I've been flying a lot of tiny whoops. Well, my tiny whoop, the only one I got. So I haven't really, I can't really fly when it's high winds. It no worky. What is it? Oh, that'll work. Okay. Yeah. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. 1 second here. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it by hand. Oh, that ain't gonna work. There we go. And I don't have a smoke stopper, so I remember I think it was a Josh Barrel. I don't know, I can't remember. Basically, it's like a stepper motor. If these are touching, like if your wires touch, the motors don't spin as freely. So if you can still do that after you solder them, they shouldn't be shorted. Hopefully. I think. If I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing that. I don't know for sure. I don't know where all the solder went on that. There we go. Is there conduit? No. Usually you just tape it to the arms. Oh, the check out my abs shirt. Yeah, I saw that. By the way, I did update the store. There is new merch in the store, including aprons. For those that are apron-nically inclined, the store does have aprons now. So, if you want to get your apron on, you now can. Yeah, they're cotton aprons though, because that's all the Stream Elements store has. But they do have a, oh shoot, that's the wrong one. Conspiracy apron? Perhaps. Can you twist the strap? You have to do it yourself for the official authentic recreation. The shitty thing is you can't continuity test these. Like you can't do continuity tests on these because of it's a motor. So you're always going to get continuity. So you can't just do a continuity test to see if you did it right, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. My apron is canvas. This is heavy canvas. Like this apron is like a heavy duty canvas. The one on the Stream Elements store is just like a cotton apron. Because that's all they have. Like I don't have the option. I've looked, believe me, I have looked trying to find like an actual suitable apron vendor. But the problem is I would have to basically do a whole production run of things and like warehouse them, and I didn't like the look of any of them. There we go. Go. Bloody hell. Why are you activating? Okay. So I should be able to plug it in now. And it do the do-do-do-do-do. I believe. Okay, so we don't have any shorts to ground. But the problem is you can't do continuity checks because they'll... Yeah. Well, at least none of the motors are shorted to ground, so that's good. So without a smoke stopper, I guess the only thing to do now is to plug in a pack. Yeah, it's not leather. Leather's too heavy. So now we plug in a pack, and hopefully we don't get smoke, right? I'll plug in a 2S pack. Drink for good luck. Yes. Let me go get a drink. I'll be back in a second. Because either we're going to drink for good luck, or we'll need drinks afterwards because it went wrong. So baby's in charge till I'm back. Okay, back. So we got went fancy Weiser's special blend for today. Cheers. Okay. So, let me take these out of my ear so I can actually hear. When I plug this in, it should do the do-do-do-do-do. So, and if it doesn't, I put it back in the box and send it back to Amazon. So, clear, clear, clear. Nothing hanging on it. No shorts. Three. Oh, I'm actually kind of nervous now. Shit. Oh yeah, it doesn't do the do-do because it doesn't have a flight controller. Okay. So it does a do-do-do. Do-do-do. We're good. So we had our comfort drink, now we have our celebratory drink. Yay. I am gonna space this up one. Yeah, I'm gonna space this up one. I'm gonna go with longer screws. There's like a little gnat flying around this room and I don't know where it's from or where it's going. Okay. I didn't break it, guys. I didn't break it. You know how happy I am I didn't break it? Like, holy shit, I didn't break it. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now I gotta connect this and we gotta conformal coat this top here.
Okay, so we got that.
I'm losing me screws. Okay, where is the conformal? There it is. Stage 1. Is this an Amazon kit? No. Okay. So this is a mixture of several quads stuff. It is a Flywoo LR4. That is what this quad is. If you want to buy one, it's a Flywoo LR4. Okay. But I received this from somebody and it was kind of their project, I believe. So when I got it, it was missing a VTX, a video transmitter. It was missing a camera and it was missing a receiver. So what I did was I have a Beta 75X. It's it's a little quadcopter, little itty bitty one, but it had a DJI system on it and it flew like poop because it was fat. So I took the DJI system off that and put it on here. But then we turned out the flight controller had a bad gyro. So now we're putting a whole new controller in it. To translate that into 3D printing terms, imagine, you inherited somebody's printer, but it was missing a hot end, and like a Raspberry Pi. Okay, so I put the Raspberry Pi and I put the hot end in. Okay, it's good to go. But it turns out, oh, the Big Tree Tech SKR is busted. It's got a faulty driver and it's one of the boards that they're built in, so I need a whole new one. So there you go. We're replacing that or something. Is it conformal coating? Yes. It is MG Chemicals Silicone Conformal Coating 422C. Now we need to let that dry. Like, for example, this whole Naked Vista unit, which is the video transmitter, that's all conformal coated already. Not safe for work. Well, I gotta figure out. I took the old. I have the old flight controller here. So it was a faulty gyro. I ended up taking the whole thing apart. I sent this through the ultrasonic. This thing looks brand spanking new now. And I tried reflowing the gyro again. So it might work. It might not. The problem is I don't trust it. Especially flying long range. I'd rather fly stuff that, I trust a little bit more. Because when you're, 4 kilometers out, you don't want your gyro just crapping out on your quad going into a lake. So, or in my case, farmer's field, because that's all there is around here. Could you get a new gyro? You could, but it's see this square component right here? Right here, focus. This square component right here, this is the gyro. So I would need to desolder this and then solder on a new one. I have a pointy tip, so I went around and I reflowed the edges, but I don't know if there's any connectors underneath, but yeah. It's not exactly easy. Why do you keep activating? What is causing it to activate? Oh, it's because the wires are in the engine bell and they're shorting. Okay. Stop beeping. Hey Steve, how you doing, man? Merry Christmas. Go, that should squish a bit. Yeah. What the, why do you keep activating? Quit activating. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay. There's something going on with this stupid buzzer. Okay. Is there like a gyro in here? Is there like a sensor that I'm not realizing is in there and it's telling it to do this? Got back from a couple-hour drive. Nice. Cut all these tips off. Maybe that's it. Take these standoffs off so I have a little bit more room to work with. How is it beeping if it's not plugged in? It's got a battery in it. So this is a long range quad. So what it has is the buzzer has a little beeper. So it activates like it normally would. You can flip the switch on your controller, make it beep. But what happens is when it has power to it, it behaves like a normal beeper. But what happens, what if you crash and your battery ejects, right? Your battery goes flying. How are you gonna find your quad if it's, in the bush? It's got a battery in it. So it detects, on power loss. Gotcha. On power loss, it will just keep beeping until the battery dies. So, couldn't stand it. Yeah, for how often I plan on flying this and what kind of flying I plan to do with it, I think I want the beeper just in case. How much clearance do I have with this? Oh, it should be good. Okay, so now I can start soldering on this. So let's pull up this flight controller and see what we got to solder. SpeedyBee F7 Mini. So this is our flight stack. Where are we wiring stuff up to? So it's got this nice dedicated pads here for the Vista, so that'll be nice. Do I install it? Yeah, it has a GPS. There we go. Okay. So, how stuff works on a quad, if you don't know, basically everything talks over UART. There's things like buzzers and LEDs and whatnot, but for anything talking to the controller that needs to have communication, you need UART. So in my case here, we need 3 UARTs. We need the GPS, the receiver, and we need the Vista, the naked Vista, which is the video transmitter essentially. So what we're gonna do, our buzzer is here, but if I'm not mistaken, it's got the, this manual. We have to wire this buzzer up a little bit differently because it's not just a buzzer, it's got a battery. And fly, explore, I guess it doesn't matter what I was saying. Okay. Yeah, so you go BB 5 volt. How do these wire up? How do these wire up? Because I got 3 wires. Okay. So I'm assuming, okay, so white goes to BB negative. Or no, black goes to BB negative. Does black go to BB negative or white? Let's see here. Buzzer, battery, FPV. Oh, here we go. Okay. So white is BB. Okay. So white goes to BB negative and then 5 volt in ground. So on this one, we'll wire the buzzer up to BZ negative, and then we got a 5 volt and a ground right here we'll use. Yeah, so we'll do that. And then we'll put our GPS onto T1. T2 will be the Vista, and then we'll use T3 here for the receiver. So there we go. Didn't you make a video on the LGX Lite? I haven't put my LGX Lite on anything yet, actually. I'm bad, I know. Okay, so let's do this. Trying to take a chunk out of my finger. let's put a little bit of flux on this. Just a bit. Just to make it flow a little bit better. There we go. What were the other ones? 5-volt ground. Okay. The soldering iron's a TS100, if you're curious. Guess who just touched the iron to their finger? There we go. Okay. Now we got our GPS. That's going to go to this first one, so. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure the GPS can do Yeah, it'll do 5 volt, and then which one is TX and RX? So let me tin these pads up. So we got 5 volt TX RX ground. Yeah. Okay. 5 volt TX RX ground. Okay. So T1, I took a picture. I remember this time. I took a picture. So T1 goes to R. And R on this is white. Yeah. So white. Because it's UART. When you connect UART, it crosses. So T transmit, go to receive, receive goes to transmit. So I said white, right? That means R goes to that ain't working. 1 second here. Ground goes to ground. There we go. Yeah, you are just serial comms, as Are You Kidding said. Simple, easy peasy. Okay. Now we'll tin these up and I'll get the Vista installed. And I'll get this one installed too. So what do we got? 5 volt ground T3 Arth. Here we go. Where's my Vista at? we go. Runs on Vista. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I've got such fat cables for my TX and RX on this, but I guess I want good signal. Okay, so this is TX, which needs to go to RX. Yeah. Yeah, so this is TX, this goes to RX. Shoot, that flowed. There we go. Okay. And back. Or in this case, 9 volt. David's here. Hi, David. Okay. So now that is that. Let's put our front on, because I got to figure out how to mount, where to mount my receiver. I could just stick it here. I might just stick it right here, the receiver. Because it's where the antenna is. The receiver itself doesn't matter. So I might just stick the receiver here. And so I need a longer antenna.
I know I have one. There we go. No, not that one. Is that longer?
Yeah, that'll work. So, you know, this is ELRS. I'm gonna put a ghost antenna on it because they're both 2.4 gigahertz, so they both should work the same, right? Like, I'm assuming they work the same. Depends if the board is base loaded. I have no idea what that means. It's an EP1. It's a Radio Master EP1. But unfortunately, I went and put some, well, I didn't, unfortunately, like it's smart to do. Put some heat shrink on it, but now I can't get at the stupid little connector. Oh, it's a Radio Master RP1. I highly doubt it does. Okay. So now I got to put this all back on. Ghost optimized for, yeah. I went with ELRS just because, you know, one, it's cheap. Two, it's cheap, and three, it works really good. Plus, I like the really small receivers. I got RP or EP2s in a few of my builds. That's not the right one. Sure. Can't remember if they're different lengths, so I'm just not going to risk it. Yep, come on. There we go. It's like, it's tight. I really should have measured how much room I actually had instead of just going, 20 mil is 20 mil mounting, right? It should all, they all fit the same, right? No, it's There ain't much clearance, Clarence. It's there. There ain't much. Misplaced a screw. What's going on in the chat? What are you guys going? Oop. Go. That goes in there. Which, Greg, apparently there's supposed to be side plates here to mount the camera. I didn't have them, so I had to print this. That's why I have this fancy bull nose antenna mount too, because that's just what I have. Okay, what do I feel about my recent developments with Slice and CHT patents being undermined? Slice has been taken down the design and aren't patented. CHT, no patent. I am not a lawyer. I am not your mom. Simple as that. Do what you want to do. If you're in the US and Slice patent is valid in your region, abide by it. If you live in a region where the Slice patent is not valid, then the Slice patent's not valid. I'm not your mom. I'm not a lawyer. The amount of it's really shitty, but there's so much tribalism. Like, I'll admit, I'll be the first to admit, don't, he without sin throw the first stone, right? There's Santa said that, I believe. Yes, I'm guilty of some of the things I'm about to say. I know that, okay? Nobody's perfect, but the amount of tribalism and like crap going on right now, and it's certain people are really pushing for it in certain regards, but like, use the printer you want, print the things you want to print. Why you have to be mad? Also, 3D printing companies, stop like pestering me on Twitter. Like, yes, I have a YouTube account, but like you just constantly adding me in every post trying to get me to like review your $10 flex plate isn't going to make it happen. So, okay, let's get back to this. Look, it's starting to look like a quad. Holy shit, guys. Okay, so I will just get a little bit of VHB and that should... Is that gonna clear? Dang it. See, it'd be a lot easier if I could just put it on here, but you're not supposed to mount stuff to here, I've been told. Does it clear? Oh, it clears. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. I don't even think I need VHP. I think it'll just sit there, but I will get a little piece of VHP. As long as the front doesn't fall off. So unfortunately, that is actually an issue with this channel. If you are a frequent flyer of this YouTube channel, you may know that the front falling off is unfortunately an actual common occurrence for me, unfortunately. And it's something we have to look out for. Try not to mount it on the, oh yeah, that's gonna sit way too high. That's gonna sit way too high. Where am I gonna mount this? I could just mount it to this. I'll just stick it right here. Yeah, I'll just put it right there. There we go. That works. Okay, so now I gotta actually hook this up. Because I would like to stick it down there, but I don't have room. I could mount it to the back of the camera, but I don't think that's smart. And you're not supposed to mount stuff to the board. I've been told not to stick stuff on top of the thing because of the, there's like apparently stuff with science that goes on in there. So let's solder this up. Is this labeled? Okay, blue is RX. Blue is RX. Blue is RX. Blue is RX. I gotta read this. Blue is RX. Class, what is blue? What is blue? Is it a naked vista? Yes, it's a naked vista. Okay, so what do we got? We got 5-volt ground TX RX. Okay. Ooh, that could be bad. 1 second here. Where my little pliers go? Oh, I'm holding them. Jeez. I'm okay. I'm okay. Ooh, I'm just getting my head in all these shots, aren't I? There we go. Okay, so blue is RX, right? Blue is RX, right? So that means it goes to TX, right? Blue is RX, it goes to TX. Okay. So I believe that's everything. Except for the antenna. So I should be able to plug it in and it should connect to my controller. I'm just gonna stick this stupid thing on top of the USB, I think. I think I'm just gonna stick it on top of the USB. That's probably the it ain't going anywhere on the USB. You're literally the only thing hitting me off drinking and relapsing. Don't drink. I shouldn't say that while I have an open drink right here, but happy to entertain. Go take a nap. I've heard that's a good thing to do. Yeah, I'm just gonna VHB it because you're not supposed to have it on top of the board because it might interfere with the accelerometer. But I'm thinking if I just kind of stick it on top of that USB, it ain't gonna do anything. It's far enough away, I think. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so let's plug it in and see what we get. Hopefully it still works. Oh, and make it a beep. Woo, woo. Okay, ports. So UART1 is not that. We are on UART3 is that. UART2 is MSP display. And UART3 is GPS. UART4 is ESC, if I remember correctly, according to this. And UART6 is Bluetooth. Save and reboot. Because this has Bluetooth for whatever reason. Configuration. 180. We have a GPS. We are U-blocks. So this GPS doesn't get power unless the battery's plugged in, unfortunately. Neopico extension cable, nice. Yeah, none of so on some boards, when you plug in USB, you'll get some peripherals. On this one, we're not getting anything. So, motors. Got the gyros working. That's good to see. This is good to see. Okay. So I'm gonna have to give this power. So let's bring it to the bench here and give it some power on the bench. Or actually, no, let's clean this all up first and get it conformal coated. And then we should be good to go, or get it at least cleaned up. Where'd my brush go? There it is. Yeah, we'll get it cleaned up. Oh, this brush is gone. Mainly ones designed for the receiver. Okay. Well, I've kind of like circumvented it, and like receiver on this one is on UART3 instead of UART1. And UART1 is the GPS, and the GPS isn't getting any power, so I don't know. But let's plug it into a battery and see if we get everything powers up. So let's put the antenna on here for now, so we don't never power up anything that has a receiver or a transmitter without an antenna attached. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. And then we do have these two screws I gotta put in still. plenty of room. Plenty of room. Not bad. I like all the wirings back here. Like up here, this is if you were doing analog, you would solder all the analog stuff up there. But we're not doing any analog on this guy, so we're good. We're good. Okay. Grab a batteria. These ones, whatever. Okay. Take my earmuffs out. Hopefully hear the sweet, sweet music. And no sparky sparks. Actually, just do one quick continuity test before we do that. Okay, good. No shorts to ground, hopefully. So at worst case, it just don't work. I'm not seeing. Oh, I got a light on the Vista. There is a light on the Vista. It's very quiet. GPS is on, buzzer's on, receiver's on. Receiver's looking to bind. Okay. So now I think we're on to the part of the stream where we sit at a computer for a while. Yeah, no magic smoke. That's always good. So let's get a little spot cleared out here. This part's annoying because this is streamer problem. So I'm setting everything up here, right? Need my fan here so I don't overcook everything. My mouse is wireless. It's at 2.4 gigahertz. The FreeSky or the 1 watt VTX in here for ELRS is also wireless and 2.4 gigahertz. Okay. So my mouse cuts out all the time.
Welcome to HTX.
Okay, there's that, there's that. Plug you in. Okay, so we are connected. We have GPS, receiver, serial by, or no, crossfire. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, look at that. I'm flying, I'm doing a loop. Matty flip. I don't even know what a Matty flip is. I just hear bot grinder say it a bunch. Here, look at that. Cool. So that's good. Configuration. There's that. Leave all that alone. GPS. Are we getting GPS? Okay, we're not picking up any satellites, but we got the little GPS icon, so I'm assuming it's working. It wasn't working before with the old controller. Presets. I need WTF. Pick. We are on UR2. I believe. Right? UR2, yeah. And save and reboot. Now I gotta plug the goggles in and see if I got the Vigia. And I did break down and I did order the, I was doing the side analog mount. I broke down and ordered the BDI adapters. Dab time. I do not partake in that stuff. So, okay. Oh, I got video. Come on, OSD. Where is my OSD? Bat full. Woo. Heck yeah. We got MSP display too. Yeah, buddy. Okay. So, I'm going to plug you for a little bit. while I set up my
Telemetry lost.
1, 2, 3. Stop beeping. There we go. Okay. OSD. Sweet. Okay, so I want metric, as I'm in the proper font default, whatever. Okay. Current drawn. Battery voltage, not battery. Where is I want average battery voltage, or where it is. I'll come across. Yeah, because that's the whole battery. I don't need I don't do full batteries because I have a bunch of different batteries and I just go off one battery. Debug, ESC, RPM, flight distance. I want distance. Put you over there in that corner. Fly mode, I want that. You can go here. I think quality goes up here. Everyone does their OSD a little bit different. TPM value. Go there. Position. Value down there. Timer 2 is fly minutes. I don't care how long it's been on for. I just care how long I've been flying. Okay, where is GPS speed? Because I got speed on this thing, so I might as well put a speed thing on it. Direction, like you have it up here. Average cell voltage, there it is. There we go. And there was one more. It's like distance. Where is distance from home? Disarmed. Home distance, there we go. Save. There we go. Throttle and pitch. I played with that for a bit and I never really ended up using it. So that's saved. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to set up motors. Let's set up motors. Okay.
Telemetry recovered.
Cool. Motor direction. Okay, so reorder motors. I understand the risks. Start. This one. This one. This one. This one. Save. Now I gotta figure out which way the motors are spinning. So I've got it on a boop, 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 boop. There we go. So oh, modes. Okay. Arm. That's my arm. Okay. Angle mode is that one. Okay. GPS rescue is that one. And where is flip over after crash? That one. I don't bother with a beeper on here because it's got all the fancy beeper. And save. Okay. So motors, I should be able to arm now. What's that beep mean? Configuration. GPS. Oh, that's why. So by default, it's like, oh, you need to connect to GPS before, but I don't have Allow arming. There we go. Okay. So motors. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, I gotta flip the, I gotta click that button. Okay, there we go. Stop. Okay, they're spinning. Props are out. Okay, that one's going that way. Wait, which way are you going? Why are you different than the other ones? You got one that's different than the other ones. Because I wired up these two backwards. Shit.
Telemetry lost.
I like props out. I know props in. If you crash, like it shoves everything into the I like props out. I don't know. Everyone has their like preference. I've got two motor wires backwards. I gotta flip. Props out throws you away from branches. Yep. And yes, I know you can turn around motor direction. I can't. I gotta. I can't do that. I gotta. Okay. There we go. I don't like that solder job. 1 second. I don't like how that solder job turned out. It's a little dry. There we go.
Telemetry recovered.
There we go. Motors out. Motors out. Motors out. Motors out. Okay, motors are all out. Let me double check my VTX works. Or I got my display going. One motor flipped inside. Yeah, if it was like 2 or all 4, maybe. But just one, I'm like, no, yeah. That would drive me insane. Oh, it's like status armed. Well, there we go. GPS rescue off. I'm not getting my full OSD. I'm only getting some of my things. I'm not getting all my things. Oh, no, they're there. They're at the bottom. Okay, I gotta move that up. Okay, that's it. Sweet. Motors off. Unplug that. OSD. It's like not NTSC, but it's like, I don't like how low all this is. There we go. There we go. Save. Oh, buzzer's gonna start beeping. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. What drone? It's a Flywoo LR4 that's had a bunch of parts replaced with printed parts, a Naked Vista installed, and a new flight controller. Okay, so we're all good. I think that's it. Is there anything else I'm missing? I'm forgetting? My presets for like my PIDs, like I'm just running stock PIDs for now. Rates, I run actual rates, or cancel. Actual, and I bumped this to 0.2. That's my rates. For now. I might get fancier, but this is what I run on all mine. And there is an app for this that I can connect over Bluetooth. I think I got BL Heli S on it, and I'm running D-Shot 600. I think I could do bi-directional, but I haven't figured it out. I haven't like looked into it. Oh, look at that go. So I think we're good there. Also, I'm only using 14% CP load right now. With the old, I was like at 50. I was like hitting up 50 at some points. Test flight. Okay, let's button it up and get it set up. So disconnect. Unplug you. Okay, so what we do have to do is conformal coat this. And yes, I know it's a long range quad, and this is the like most baby ass, like it's so small antenna. This is the antenna that came on the Tiny Whoop. I have a like 15 centimeter proper antenna on the way. It just hasn't shown up yet. Put antenna on before coating. No, the antenna goes on the VTX. The VTX, this is already all conformal coated. It's the flight controller is new. So we're gonna let that dry for a minute. Let that cook. So the fun part is we've lost a little bit of weight. I've shortened a bunch of the wires, and I've changed up a few things. But I've put it a 20 by 20 flight stack instead of a 16 by 16 flight stack. So before we were at 248 grams, all up weight. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Actually, let me take these arms up while I'm doing this. Which closed loops are good right now? I don't know. I don't play with. I gotta try again the MKS ones. I gotta play with the in the new year. We're gonna put them back on the at second and see if we can get them working. It's now 249. Like, here's the thing. Like, I totally have my license in Canada to fly over 250 gram drones. So for you Americans that partake in the P of the FV, in Canada for drone rules, we don't have any of that remote ID BS. That's not a thing up here. And as far as it looks like, that won't ever be a thing up here, or at least it's like not in the cards. But what we do have is if it's over 250 grams, you do have to have a license and you have to register it. The license is like 30 bucks and it costs $5 to register the drone. You can't fly it above pedestrians or bystanders. You can't fly it near other aircraft. So I'm assuming that's like randoms. And you can't, there's a bunch of other stuff, but it's not as bad as it looks like. You can't fly it near an airport. Can't fly it over 400 feet. Can't fly it over wildfires, which make very good sense. Because if you think about it, you know, California wildfire, if you had every, you know, DJI pilot trying to fly their Mavic crashing into all the tankers, that would be bad. So yeah, they're KZ earbuds. I'm rocking a wireless Bluetooth DAC. I ditched the AirPods. They were getting kind of annoying. Because they weren't working. No, lay flat, lay flat. It's a FIO. Almost hit a few drones. That's just people not knowing what they're doing and being idiots. Like, it's not hard not to fly near a plane. You just don't fly near the plane. It ain't rocket appliances, kids. Yeah, the mic is separate. The mic is a Rode Wireless Go. With closed loop motors, will you find any good? No, you won't find any difference in print quality. The only thing closed loop gives you is in the event you lose a step, it'll self-correct. So if your printer is properly tuned and you're running it at rates that are known good rates, like your speeds and feeds are known good values and you're not, you know, on the edge of your steppers failing, you really don't really get much with closed loop steppers in terms of performance. Like, I don't run closed loop on any of my machines, and it's never been an issue because I run my machines at rates and speeds and feeds that they run fine at. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to move that to the back. How do you lose the stickiness of VHB tape? But like the thing is, so many people like with 3D printing, you have to understand we all use the same hardware. It's all NEMA 17. It's all how well your machine is built. Yeah, the kinematics and the design of the machine itself does come into play, but really, as long as you take the time to have a properly tuned profile and you're running your machine at within its reasonable limits, you really shouldn't have any issues getting good print quality out of any machine. Like, it really shouldn't matter. Yeah, that fits. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, so now gotta button this bitch up. Got a mobile cam so I can actually not get my head into view. And I lost some screws, so can I steal any from this? No. Where did these come from? I'm like, wait a minute, shit, where did these screws come from? What did I take apart that I'm missing screws now? You know what, that has your screws. That's screwed in, that's screwed in, that's screwed in. Where did these come from? Oh, the camera. The camera's not screwed in. That's what this little guy's for. That guy. I should probably screw the camera in before we go too far with this build. I'm like, what are the washers for? Oh, they're for the camera. So the only crappy thing with this mount, there really isn't a ton of protection. If I like crash, like you have to hit at a super right angle for it to do damage, but it is possible. I don't like it too much, but it is what it is. Remember this being annoying because the print isn't quite right for this, but it... There you go. You just gotta come at it on an angle. Oh wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I am not smart. I am not a smart man. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm better than this. I am better than this. I am better than this. This happens so often. I put it in the wrong hole. There we go. Can't believe I did that. This does work. I've done it before. You just gotta like get it right. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Oh. Troy J gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers, Troy. There we go. Why am I turning these by hand like a Neanderthal? Where is my electric? Where's the electrics? Actually, where is it? Shit. Ha! Okay. Did somebody actually say poggers in my chat? Like, I may be French, partially Canadian. Okay. But this ain't Twitch. Like, that's so fetch.
No, that's M3. M3 ain't gonna work in here. Where's M2s? Where's my M2s at? Okay, I guess we're going to stainless. Yeah. Will you be my little pog champ? Like, don't get me wrong, I watch a ton of Twitch, right? I got my my regular streamers that I watch. I'm more of a emote, because the thing is, you can't read Twitch chat on any big channel. You can't read Twitch chat, so you spam emotes. That gets the I think that gets the idea across better, because you can't read. Okay. There it is. There it is. So the flight stack does stick out a little bit, but so does the Naked Vista. This is more expensive than that, so. Let's get our props on it. These are the props that came with it. I have new props. I just haven't gone around to putting them on yet, because I'm gonna wait till we know this is actually working and flying and not crashing into the ground and spazzing out on me before I put the good props on. So we are props out. The antenna on the VTX should clear that battery cable. The signal is going to be directional. Oh, yeah, I got a 15 centimeter long. This, remember, the Vista in here, the Naked Vista, the reason it is naked, it was in a tiny whoop originally, so that's the antenna for it. I've got a 15 centimeter antenna on the way. So we are gonna, like, it should be in this week. I mean, like, so far the longest I've flown this is 400 meters. I've gone 400 meters is the farthest this is flown. Okay. Tons of clearance. Tons of clearance. Okay. Now, where's my battery strap? I think this is the lightest one I have. Yeah, this has got to be, yeah. I got a few here. Let me dig out this. Yeah. So we're gonna put the lightest battery strap I got on this.
So, the Speedy Bee, or the newbie drone, 7 grams. Ooh. Rotor Geeks, 3 grams. Race Day Quads, 5 grams. This is the one that came with it. It's the Flywoo. 3 grams. 3 grams. So these are both the same weight. And another Rotor Geeks one, I think that's the same. 3 grams, yeah. A rubber. Well, it is an 850 milliamp battery. I do want a little bit of grip for one of these guys. Now, do I bust out the powder scale and see which one is lighter between these two? The strap weight. Well, the thing is, the way the law is, it's all up weight. It's all up weight. So it's the weight of the drone in the air, all up. .2 grams. 3.4. This is 0.2 grams lighter. And I always put this on backwards, so that goes in. And this just plugs into there. Voila. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stop beeping. Okay. You want to do bets? Let's do some bets. Let's do some bets. Engage with the audience. Start a poll. There you go. I kind of know where we're going to be at. So there are a few things we can do. Apparently this middle standoff I can kind of get rid of, but I don't really trust it because that's a lot of battery on not a lot of space. These little plastic arm guards, I can get rid of those. Or I could just YOLO it and not care, which I probably will. Okay. It's actually pretty even. 256. We're at 256. Let's just double check that. Tear. $255. 255. So this is properly like centered because before. So we're 5 grams over. And it's 4-inch props. 4-inch props. Print the parts and hips. Well, you want them to be a little rubberier. You want them to have a little bit of flex when you bump into things with these kind of quads. But yeah, that ain't bad. That actually, it looks pretty cool. I like it. Hopefully it actually flies right. Do a little hover test.
To Edge TX.
Lighter and more efficient. Yeah, two bladed props are kind of what you want for this use case. Nope. It went whoop. So do I have props on backwards? Do I have a motor going the wrong way? Do I have a motor going the wrong way? That's going that way. That's going that way. Yeah, so those are going right. It went whoop and it flipped out. No, the props are going the right way. Props are going the right way. Motor direction on beta flight. No, they should all. Oh! Okay, let's unplug you.
Telemetry lost.
Motors.
Telemetry recovered.
We're good. It hovers. Oh, I had it on the wrong camera. Okay, it hovers.
Receiver still connected.
Nope, receiver's good. There we go. Did it?
Telemetry lost.
So, yeah, it sounds a lot better. Oh man, that actually came out really good. I like this. Yep, that's tight, but it's not too tight. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. No, I'm pushing you. Why are you still beeping? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Upgraded radio. No, this is the original radio. And it's not. It is a Free Sky radio. It's a Taranis X-Lite, the original one. And I'm not running Free Sky. I'm running ELRS. So I've got a Happy Model module here that runs Express LRS. So the reason I bought this radio, I literally bought this radio the day it came out, because the original plan, I was going to get into FPV back in, I want to say it was 2018, like mid-summer 2018. There was a bunch of people on the Voron Discord, a bunch of the admins, Max and whatnot, were doing FPV shenanigans, and it looked super cool. And then I went on YouTube and I watched a bunch of Rotor Riot videos and Joshua Bardwell videos, and I was like, this is super cool. So I bought a quad. I bought an XJB 145. Don't ask me why I bought that one. I shouldn't have started with it, but I did. This was literally on the way out and it looked super cool. And a buddy's like, hey, if you've never flown a quad before and you're used to controllers, just get this. Cause it's like, I think this was like the first controller style out there. So I bought it. And then I bought the goggles, which were the EV800Ds, and I bought a few other things. And by the time everything showed up, it got shitty out. And then my little guy was like, now at the age where you have to like babysit him, like he's not at, you know, the eat, sleep and poop age anymore. So it's like work got busy. I took a supervisor job at work. And this everything, by the time everything showed up, it sat on a shelf for 4 years. And we finally started playing around with it in October. And I promptly broke that quad. I've rebuilt it twice and now I have 5 of them, including an Odonta, which is really cool. I got to finish that video. So yeah, it's super fun. So yeah, there's the build. But yeah, this is definitely going to get longer. So we're going to be overweight anyways. Even if I was like really close to being weight before, the moment I put this bigger antenna on, we're going to be overweight anyways. So, but yeah, it's nice. I like it. So as of right now, I'll show you the current fleet. So we got this, which is an LR4. What was originally my XJB 145 is now in an Apex 3 frame. I've upgraded the VTX. It's got a SpeedyBee TX800. It's ELRS, new antennas. This thing's fun to fly. It's a little heavy. It's like 275 grams or something like that, but it's really like, it's planted. Like it feels really smooth to fly. And I got a baby Ratel 2 camera in there. Why it's a baby Ratel and not a full-size Ratel? Don't ask me. I didn't know when I bought it. I just bought it. Mobula 7. A Baby Hawk R Pro, which is the only thing that's still running Free Sky, and I'm waiting on a receiver to show up so I can switch it over to ELRS. I've swapped the camera on here. The camera that was originally in the XJB is now in here, because this is a PAL camera, and the one that was originally in here is NTSC, and I prefer PAL for analog. But this is from like 2018. This was in the lot of stuff I got off Greg. I don't fly it as much. It chews through batteries. I'm flying on 3S 450 milliamps, and it just sucks them down in like a minute and a half. But it's also cold as shit. And then the Odonta, which I built. And actually, I got a different battery strap for this. I gotta put on. Where is that other battery strap? There it is. An actual proper battery strap. So yeah, little Odonta, which is a 2-inch, which is super awesome. And I've got a different, because I'm using the old VTX in here from the XJB that I broke and soldered the antenna on directly, and it doesn't work too good, but it kind of works. So because of that, I've got the Fusion. It's the Happy Model Fusion. It's like the board that is both a VTX and a receiver together. So I've got that on the way. So that'll save a bit of weight because it'll be a lighter setup, and it's 50 milliwatts less powerful. So instead of 350, it's a 300 or something like that. But it's lighter, and it's a newer VTX. So what is the recommended budget? Once you go digital, you can't go back. Yeah, I've been on the hunt for trying to find like used Cadex Vistas, and it ain't going well. that ain't gonna work. That is too short or too long. But yeah, analog's fine. I honestly don't have a problem flying analog for the most part until I don't want to just do flips in a field. The moment I'm like, I want to go fly over there and see what's going on, it's like, oh, I wish I had digital right now. So that's why the original plan, I was going to put the VTX in the Apex 3. I was going to go digital in that, but I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to put it in something, I'm going to put it in the LR4 because I'll get more out of it, I think. But latency, it's not that bad. Oh, okay. Which one is 100 milliseconds? Yeah, GPS, or the latency on DJI is like 30. I normally sit around 30 milliseconds, which is fine for what I'm doing. Analog and digital's where it's at, even with the increased latency. Yeah. The only reason I even have the DJIs is Greg's like, hey, I've got some stuff. You want it? I'm like, yes. And we worked out an agreement.
Welcome to Edge TX. Switch warning.
I don't know why this isn't connecting.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
This thing is so fun. So much fun.
Telemetry lost.
It'll be better once I get it all good. I thought I broke it. I actually crashed it, bent an arm, and it turns out I just bent the arm, and I bent it back, and now it's fine. Good old Amazon carbon fiber. Hey? There's a bee in my basement. So that was fun. That was fun. We got it built up. Yay! What time is it? 11. Holy shit. I actually did a proper timed stream. We didn't run long, and we actually finished what we wanted to do. This is the first time I've done a quad stream where we actually finished it in time. Holy shit. Can you run input shaper? You can do a PID tune. Why is chat so blurry? I don't know. Why is chat so blurry? Are you guys blurry? You shouldn't be. It's a Christmas miracle. Exactly. I just hope I don't have issues with that antenna. It should be fine. It's a ghost antenna. I don't see why I would have issues with it, so it should be okay. But no, I've been like looking at the controllers, like what is it? The Boxer just came out and that looks, but I fly thumbs and the only thing I don't like about this controller from like my limited use of it, like over the past couple months and my skill level of not being great. I wish I had a momentary switch. I don't have a pre-arm. Yes, I know I could change one of these into a momentary if I really needed to, and it's kind of an annoying way to do it, but I can do that, but I don't have a pre-arm. As of right now, this is my pre-arm. Yeah, it's a small switch. I haven't bumped it by accident yet, so. Did I 3D print any quad frames? See this box right here? That's full of quadcopter parts? That's an upcoming video where we will be printing a frame once the filament shows up. Yeah, make sure you're running at 1440p. Like here, let me open up the stream. Paste and go. Oh, chat's fine. Yeah, chat's fine. You might notice something simply for the fact that chat is actually, my overlay is 1080p and I stream at 1440p because I get a higher bit rate. But nobody's really ever mentioned anything about that. So, dang it, I want to go flying now. The problem is the other day when I was fiddling with this, trying to get it to work, and we figured out the gyro was dead. I was going outside at like 1 a.m. to fly it because it was like dead calm. It was cold, but it was dry and dead calm. The problem is right now, snowing, and winds aren't too bad. What about Sunday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I could go fly Wednesday. How's Doggo? Doggo's okay. A lot going on right now with the holidays, but Doggo's okay. So there we go. That was fun. I'm happy. I'm happy we got this thing working. Obviously, I don't know for sure it's working. Actually, shoot. I'm gonna set the black box up right now so I can get some black box data off this thing. Temps will reduce. Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I know. Okay, black box. Onboard flash. We want to run at. Oh, this is different. Normally I had 1 hertz. Okay, I guess we're running a quarter. Gyro what was it? Gyro scaled. Raise flash. Let's raise flash. Flying in light snow. Well, that's why I conformal coated the whole thing. Technically, I should be able to fly it in the snow. The only thing that's not conformal coated is the camera, which is sealed. But most of the electronics are conformal coated, so we should be okay to fly this in the snow, but I'd rather not risk it. Save and reboot. Part 107 commercial. I'm not American, so I don't have to worry about that. Do I want to put I'm not going to put the new props on this yet. I should have got red props. I had black props. I got more black props for this. Oh well. I'm happy. I am happy. How much are these? Can we save 5 grams taking these off? I'm too lazy to take them off. I'm too lazy to take them off. Prepare. Arm guard. That isn't the arm guard. This is a different arm guard. I have different arm guards. How much do these weigh? They weigh 0.5 gram. What are the arm guards I have on here? Soft mount, soft mount. There we go. Okay. Slice. How much do these weigh? 0.82 grams. Yeah, it's not worth it. So I could, yeah. I might save, like, if I was within 3 grams, I would take these off. The arm guards off. But I'm not. And we're gonna go up another 2 or 3 grams once we put the antenna on anyways. What slicer? Oh, it's a bamboo slicer for the bamboos. This video is gonna be great. This was a fun video. This is a fun little Christmas video. Fortunately, it hasn't covered the offset cost of buying the new VTX, but whatever. This is the hobby. This is, my channel isn't an FPV channel yet. See, this is the whole thing. What you do is you become a YouTuber, which isn't hard. You just dedicate a few years, hopefully find a niche and succeed and stream like 9+ hours a week. And then you make it your full-time job. And then what you do is every time you get into a hobby, you just start doing stuff about it, and you hope you start getting contacts to send you free stuff. Where's my HD Zero goggles? I want to try those. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nero 3D and FPV and CNC stuff. Yep, that's the big plan for the channel this year. We'll probably talk about it. Tuesday stream will be because Tuesday is like, this is not a proper stream, this is just impromptu, but Tuesday's stream will be like the end of year print and chill stream, because we're doing the big giveaway contest on Friday. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because Friday we're giving away a bunch of shit. I've got another trident, and what else just came up? So I got now 3 full and Rage Rabbit carrot feeders kits and a tricked out trident kit from Lecter have been added to the pot. What time on Friday? I don't know yet. I'm thinking 6 p. I wanted to do it earlier in the afternoon. I don't want to do it at like 2 p.m. Normally the Friday stream's 2 p.m. I want to do it a little bit later in the day, but not too late. So I'm thinking like 5 or 6 p.m. start and go to like 9 or 10 p.m. Whenever. When the i4 stream, whenever they take all the parts off an XL and put it on an i3 platform. Because you know they're going to do it. Yeah, this actually came out really well. I'm happy. It's center gravity. It is ass heavy though. It is a little ass heavy, but whatever. Can you direct me to help with some 5160s, 48 volt? I've never played with high volt yet. I haven't played with high volt yet. I've got some 5160s, but I think I run them at 24 volts. I haven't played with high volts yet. It's thick. Yeah, there's a lot of meat in there. Like it's muffin topping. It's sticking out the sides a bit. But the type of quad this is, it really shouldn't be crashing too much. Unless, you know, it fail safes and goes, woo. Somehow lost audio. No, still there. But Betaflight 4.3 is supposed to have really good return to home. Those are love handles. Yeah. It's good. It does have love handles. Yeah. You look from the side. It does have the love handles where the naked vista is. Nice. I am so happy this works and we didn't fry anything. You have no idea how happy I didn't fry anything. Legit. Sweet. Prusa conspiracy confirmed. Hey, I'm just looking at it. If you look at an XL, the bed is segmented. You just take off a few segments and you got a Prusa Mark III size bed. The next extruder, the new extruder, it's nothing to take that and slap it on an i3. Even the controller boards, take it, slap it on an i3. There's nothing wrong with a bed flinger. I know we all shit on bed flingers. The problem is shitty bed flingers, like Ender 3 V-wheel bed flingers, right? Those are shitty bed flingers. You build a good bed flinger. Remember, we took a stock Soval SV06 slap clipper on it and ran it as fast as a bamboo carbon. Obviously it didn't, you know, we had issues with the print. It couldn't extrude fast enough and the cooling wasn't there. But mechanically, it ran as fast as an SV06 with input shaper and all that. Like, you could go fast with a bed flinger. You just have to have a well-built machine. And obviously if a Soval SV06 can do it, the barrier to entry isn't much better than just don't use shitty V-wheels. So the i4, I would like to see rails. Rails allow you to make it a more compact, more efficient design, but I have no clue. Like, I've talked to Joe, but like Joe doesn't like tell everyone everything. I know as much as you know, put it that way. Nice things with their slicer and printables. Yeah. Like for everyone, okay. I love seeing this, okay? People who don't work for a company don't white knight companies, okay? Like, yes, I'm in the industry. There are companies I like, there are companies I don't like, but I don't go out and white knight companies, right? I don't dedicate multiple Twitter posts a day about how awesome a company is, right? Let the people on payroll do that, okay? Why are you doing free advertising? So there are people that have it like in their head that now that this exists, Prusa should no longer exist and be it should be done. And for my FPV folks, for my folks in the audience right now who enjoy FPV, okay, what is the general community consensus of DJI? How is the DJI viewed in terms of their contributions to FPV? Trash. Now here's the thing, they do make great things. The DJI goggle system is actually, a lot of people like it. FAA trouble in the past. They have to follow the law. I will never fault a company for following the law. Okay, the community is split on it. Exactly. So here's the thing. Spend any time in a Discord for FPV, right? Some of them are fine with DJI. Some of them have a little slant against it. Yeah, here's the thing. Basically, from what my stance is, the system itself is good. The company's kind of a pain because you only get what they give you. Yeah, you could tell them, you know, the community can come out and be like, hey, you should do this. Hey, you should do this, and they do what they want to do, and it's their way, and there's really no other options. But the stuff is good, but it's a walled garden, right? The DJI goggles are an amazing system. They're great. Okay, the O3 goggles look absolutely amazing, apparently. But it's DJI's way, or that's it. They don't give you the option, right? It's not like, you know, HD0. Hey, it's all open source. Okay, so spend some time in the FPV community and see how people react to DJI. Bamboo Labs, for those that don't know, is founded and pretty much entirely run by ex-DJI. So I pretty much expect the same trend in how the company is run. That's not a good thing. That's not a bad thing. It's if you go to Bamboo Labs page and you look at the about us, they are all senior DJI folks, former senior DJI. And I fully expect Bamboo to go the same route where they will make good machines, but you better like the way they build the machine and the way they run the machine, because you really won't have any chance to do anything yourself with the machine. It's you buy the car, you drive the car, you're not doing oil changes, you're not changing your tires. Why would you want to do that? Just let us do it. We'll take care of it. So yeah. So for those that's pretty much like, I don't have anything against Bamboo. The machine is awesome, but I seen the future of what DJI is, because it's DJI. I'm assuming a lot of the investors are the same, because that machine doesn't make them money. The tooling costs and the spin up to get this machine to market, no way they're making money at $1,000 a unit. They might, for all I know. My background is mold making in North America. I don't know the current rate of a mold in China, assuming it's a lot less, but still, everything on this machine is custom except for like the drivers or the stepper motors. The amount of tooling to make everything on this thing from a startup, they got some VC in a paying for a lot of this. So you build a machine that's very good and very attractively priced, you get people into your garden, and then they're stuck in your garden. And then you start raising the prices. But you still make good shit. That's the thing. It's still good stuff. But you're in the walled garden. Take it or leave it. I got a feeling that's the thing. It's hard to build under 250 and complete with DJI Mini 3. Yeah, like, they don't build bad things. Their stuff is good, but you have take it or leave it with them. They put out what they put out, and it's the way it is because that's the way they made it. And if you're okay with that, you're fine. Like, if you just want to fly a sub 250 high quality, video drone, yeah, Mavics are great. the goggle system is, you know, yeah, these are V1 goggles, and I'm flying literally the worst camera, the Nebula Nano, the original, and it still blows me away. But it's like the Bamboos, great printers. I can't, you know, adjust my Z off. Hello? Hello? Oh, battery died. I thought I charged this. I guess I didn't. Okay, but yeah, Bamboos, I got nothing against them. That's the way they're running their company, and you're allowed to run your company the way you want it. There's nothing against that. Free country. Yay, capitalism. But that's just kind of the way I'm seeing it, is if you are fine just buying the machine, and it is the machine, and it does what it does, and that you're fine with that, you're okay. They're great machines. I use the P1P a lot right now. For basically anything that I wouldn't print on my Voron, I use the P1P for. So like I'm doing all the TPU on this with printed on the P1P, and it prints fine. It's a fine printer. Or what you talking about? Yeah, you can't live adjust Z on a Bamboo. When it starts your print, if your first layer isn't good, you can't live adjust Z. Unless they change the firmware. But you can't live adjust Z. Unless they changed it. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Now, granted, the first layers are pretty good. But why no TPU in the Voron? Because right now, I have a rep box up there loaded with TPU and PETG and all the filaments I normally don't use, and I use the Bamboo for it. That's why. Simple as that. I printed TPU just fine on my Vorons. All the tank treads for the Death Racer were done on the Trident with a stock original Afterburner and Clockwork 1. So it prints just fine. It's just right now I have the rep box and the Bamboo set up as my not normal stuff printer. Nope, no live adjust it. Yeah, because that's the way they want it. They want the machine to calibrate it for you. You don't need to do that. You don't need to worry about that. You want to readjust your input shaper? No, we'll handle that every print. You want to worry about your first layer flow rate? Don't worry about it. We'll do the calculations to calculate your pressure advance. You don't need to play with that number. That's a big number. You don't need to control that. And for a lot of people, that's fine. How much was the bomb for the Death Racer? I'm Canadian, so it's kind of skewed, and it was a couple months ago, like 200, I want to say. I had to buy more because I didn't have things, so I had to buy it. Corporate reliability on, yeah. Comparably spec machines. And remember, there's nothing special in a Bamboo. What is special about a Bamboo? What is special about a Bamboo? What makes a Bamboo do what it does that a Voron doesn't? The only, even then, no, yeah, because that P1P has no, the P1P doesn't have the current air cooling. LiDAR doesn't do shit. I disabled it. Doesn't do anything. It's not laser. It's not LiDAR. The AMS is very nice. Don't get me wrong. The AMS is actually probably one of the better multi-material setups I've ever played with. Because this has a NEMA 17 motor in it. So does this. This has Gates belts. So does this. This has a 32-bit motion system. So does this. This has input shaper. So does this. This is on rods though. which means that this isn't getting any bigger. So for those wanting a bigger bamboo, you're going to be waiting until they come out with an entirely new machine, because they literally can't make this machine bigger. Inexpensive extruder. The hot end's pretty cheap on this, isn't it? It's like 15 bucks or something. Like, I mean, it's a pretty shit simple design. It's all extruded aluminum, and like if you look at it, the heatsink is just extruded aluminum that they just. And it's hot end. The extruder is the part that pushes the plastic. The hot end's the part that melts the plastic. But I mean, let's be honest. You can go get a Triangle Labs V6 for 10 bucks that it works just fine too. It's pretty nice. I know. I like my Revos with Obsidians. I won't say I'm biased to them, but I run them in pretty much all my machines that I build. Basically has all the upgrades you want. Yeah, that's why I like the SV06, for example. That's why I really like the Saval SV06. It's sub 300 bucks and it comes with everything you want in a printer, basically. What I would like to see more is printers coming to market with actual fully featured printers coming to market at entry-level prices. Like Saval, the SV06, they are coming out with a new version. I'll be getting it this month, some point next month, I think. I would like to see printers coming with web interfaces and cameras. Like, that's where we should be at now. I know Anchor does it, but let's be honest, nobody gives a shit about the Anchor anymore. Bamboo does it at $750 plus. Getting an ESP32 camera and a basic web interface shouldn't add that much. You should be able to build a kind of basic all-in-one package that just runs on a local area network, like basically Octoprint. Basically, just run Octoprint on it. Find something that'll run Octoprint. Just run open source. Just straight up run Octoprint for all I care. But printers should be coming with cameras and web interfaces now. Like, that should be something we should be expecting in printers nowadays. What do you think the Anchors are on it? It's a V-wheel bed flinger. The Anchor is a V-wheel bed flinger with a Raspberry Pi attached to it that allows it to run a little bit faster. I don't see anything special in the Anchor. It's got Spaghetti Detective. Ooh. What do you think? Web interfaces a month in 22, let alone, yeah. I like my Diamondback. I got Diamondbacks. They're nice. I think I got one in. Actually, no. I think I took it out of the Toasty because we were doing some high temp stuff. I'm using an old phone for Octoprint. You don't need a Pi. But I mean, like, if you were a systems integrator and you had to outfit a few thousand printers with something that runs Octoprint, you could get, Orange Pi to make you something and slap a camera on it and make it an all-in-one thing. Like, Bamboo Labs is literally just good software protecting dumb ears. I don't know anything about the firmware. I know their slicer is pretty much Prusa slicer under the hood with a bunch of stuff bolted onto it, which again, not a bad thing. Prusa slicer is open source. They finally shared the code for it. For Bamboo, I did at least. But I don't know anything about the firmware for it because it's all proprietary. It just prints and prints fast. Yeah, and printing fast isn't everything. If you like silk filament, you can't print silk filament fast if you want the shiny effect. There are certain, you don't always need to print fast. Nope, not this one. There we go. You notice how my Bamboo doesn't have all the panels on it? Because I tried printing the panels on the Bamboo with the exact stock settings, the YOLO speed settings. That looks like dog shit. That's the stock PLA settings on the Bamboo with that really green filament they sent me a case of. So you don't always want to go fast. Merry Christmas. I hope one day we can organize a fun fly for drone printing. Nice summer when it's nice out. I think there is like a flight place near me, but I'm not 100% sure about it. but I'm also in Canada, so. Media and yeah, there are ways that you could get a web interface and a camera on a cheap printer cheap. Like you don't need fast. Like I'm fine with the 1 frame a second camera. Okay, all you need to do is look at the web interface. Am I making spaghetti? No, good. That's all you need. You don't need 30 FPS. You need 1 frame per second and a basic web interface to monitor your prints, adjust printer settings, and upload and watch. That's all you need. Something super simple. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need like Octoprint with a million add-ons. All you need is upload files, print files, adjust printer settings, because let's be honest, you should be able to adjust your printer settings without having to recompile firmware nowadays. And basically see if you're making spaghetti. That's it. That's all you need. Bet they stole some clipper? No idea. CNC is massive. CNC machines have been around for decades. There is multiple ways to tell motors to move in an XYZ motion while doing things in between. You need to look outside of 3D printing because 3D printing, the stuff we do in 3D printing is baby compared to actual like CNC. Like, oh my God, we have motion system. Yeah, CNC machines automatically like compensate for loads on tooling while they're cutting. Like, there's a whole new world out there that's been around for a lot longer than 3D printing that have been, you know, running stuff. So yes, Bamboo coming out with their own firmware to move something around the XYZ while pushing plastic out isn't exactly groundbreaking in my opinion. Like it's not something I would be super suspect about. Like, oh, how did they do it? It's like, I don't know. For all I know, it's like Gerbil under there. That's why Haas costs $250,000. Yeah. Bamboo's in China, and there's a lot of CNCs in China with a lot of firmwares that they can easily get their hands on. They use 2 DC motor controllers with some weird multiplexing. H-bridge. Stepper saves them $8 a step stick. Yep. It's also the Bamboos are the loudest machines I own. That's why I don't use them at night. They use H-bridge, I believe it's called. Somebody's told me that. But it works. If it works, it works. Like, you don't need to do things the way we do them in 3D printing because of how we do. Remember, a lot of 3D printing is legacy because we had to bodge shit back in the day. Like, the reason 12 volts stuck around for the longest time in 3D printing is because the first 3D printers were using desktop computer power supplies and running Arduino Megas with a self-built shield on it. Like, there's a lot of legacy in 3D printing that is legacy because it's like you don't do it that way. You shouldn't be doing that way, but we used to do it that way, so we still support doing it that way. It's like 3D printing G-code isn't proper G-code. Like if you try to run, like even right now, the issue I have with my my CNC running RepRap firmware, there's a ton of machine G-code that is industry standard G-code that it doesn't eat. Because they just kind of, hey, should we import all the G-code? No, just import the stuff we need because we need to save room on an 8-bit processor. Don't know why bone and slingers ever existed. Because for a while, you wanted the lightest toolhead in the world. And there are still people that chase grams on toolheads, but we have things that can compensate for it. We have much sturdier builds of printer. Printers used to be floppy AF. So if you could save any weight on the toolhead and prevent harmonics and ringing and all that, you did. Now it's not so big a deal because we're using rails, aluminum extrusions, machine components, well-designed printed parts. Like, things are a lot sturdier now. And then we also have things like input shaper and pressure advance and all that other fun stuff. Even ramps is easy to switch. Yeah. I want to see it scaled to 300. The bamboo, good luck. The problem is it's rods. You can't support rods mid span. So the bamboo works for its bed leveling by tapping the bed, right? That's how it does its Z offset. It taps the bed, which means if you had a longer rod, there's more chance of flexing. So if you tap near the edge and you tap near the middle, you're gonna get more deviance. And yeah, you can calculate, you can compensate for that, but it's still a thing. Also, a longer rod droops in the middle. You can't support a rod mid-span. That's a good thing about rails. You can support them mid-span. But this whole machine would need to be rebuilt. This machine's all stamped custom parts. The panels, the frame, everything is custom on this. You'd need a whole new tool line to remake everything for this machine to make it bigger. Carbon fiber will bow? Yeah. This is 2mm carbon fiber. Look at that. Carbon fiber bows. It bends. It flexes. Look, look, look. Ooh, ooh. If they go from 8mm to 12, yeah, then they have to design a whole new tool head as well to work with 12mm. That's the thing. Everything in this machine is designed for this machine, and doesn't. It requires a redesign if you try to go bigger. Plus, most people don't need a printer that big. A lot of people really want their big printers. I don't know if they're compensating or what, but let's be honest. Most people don't need a big printer. 250, I think, is like good for 90% of users. Not a big deal for open source. It's also not a big deal if you just build your printer out of aluminum extrusions, but everything on this is custom. You want to know how this is built? Look at a P1P, because it's this without the frame or without the enclosure. Yep, I cut the Odonta frame. Where is it? I cut the frame. Oh, that's me taking it off. I cut the frame and then I had it built that night. So I cut the frame in the afternoon and then I had it built that night. What do I think about the force sensitive resistor? Is that where you put the bed on sensors? I think we tried that years ago and it didn't work out. Like, are you talking about putting a sensor under the bed legs? That is something we tried. I have FSRs in my drawer in the box of shit we bought for things that never worked out, and we couldn't get it reliably working. They shake the bed. Yeah, they have to. But yeah, I had the frame cut. That's fresh off the machine right there. So I had the frame cut and it built in a day. And then I recorded a bunch of it and I got to finish making the video for it. PXN gifted a membership. Cheers. Thank you. Printing on a CF sheet. Toasty or Tallboy. Tallboy has a, oh, poor Tallboy. I haven't printed with Tallboy in a year. Carbon fiber flex plate. It's a carbon fiber sticker on a flex plate. But I haven't printed with Tallboy in a year. I haven't needed to. I haven't needed to print anything big. Or I did a few things, but I ended up using the V400. Which one favorite to work on? I like the V2s. V2s are like I like the V2s and I really like the Trident. The V2s and the Trident, they're pretty much the same. The only difference is bed move or gantry move. But those are my favorite.
I think it's time to retire Tallboy. The thing is, Tallboy is my first Voron, because Tallboy was my V1 back when I had a V1, and then I built it into a V2. It's funny how the X1C is almost as big as 350 Voron, but prints 256. No, that's a 300. That's a 250. So that's a 250 Voron right there. That's a 256 bamboo. Although you don't get 256 exactly. It's more, Voron's more efficient on the XY, if I remember correctly. I think bamboo's more efficient on the Z though. But yeah. Tallboy, yeah, Tallboy down here is 380 on the Z. It's 330 by 330 by 380 or something weird like that. Because it was originally a V1.5, 300 by 300 by 400. But anyways, what time is it right now? Ooh, it's almost, yeah. I'm gonna call it there. This was just an impromptu stream because I literally, I wanted to work on this because I wanted to get it built for when it does get nice out, and I do want to try it. I hate when I'm waiting on stuff and then it shows up and then it's like, well, I gotta wait on it because I'm gonna do it on a stream. So I'm like, you know what? I've got nothing going on tonight. Little guy's in bed. Let's just do a quick live stream. So ended up going for three and a half hours, but is what it is. So what I will do, we're not doing a giveaway today. I did do a giveaway today. I don't like doing giveaways on unplanned streams. Plus it's Christmas. You got enough stuff today. And if you did it, go treat yourself. Go treat yourself to go have, or no, not everyone. I don't, go buy a Cinnabon. I had Cinnabuns today. They were delicious. Go buy yourself a Cinnabon if you didn't get anything for Christmas. Or if you're not celebrating the, let's be honest, Christmas really isn't a religious thing anymore. Like we, like my family's not religious. We do the whole Santa Claus Christmas tree. Like we watch Die Hard. Like none of that's religious. So 129 watch at 166. I don't know, how many did we peak at? We did this, there wasn't a lot of people today. I don't even look. 150. Yeah, that's cool. Not bad for an unannounced stream on a day I don't normally stream on Christmas. So yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures of this. I will put it up on my Twitter at 3DP Nero. If you haven't joined the Discord, link in the description. I'll also post some pictures there. Yeah, I hope you had fun. I had fun. I'm super thrilled this is working. When I get it flying, I don't have a GoPro mount for it, so I'll record some DVR and make a video, or at least share it. The Odonta video, as soon as I finish editing it and recording some A-roll footage, that will be out hopefully early this week. It's the holidays. It's hard to work on the holidays. So that will be that. But if you are a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, there is a little behind the scenes video for the Odonta of me flying it at the park. So I'm gonna call it there. This was fun. Thank you for all that helped, for all the random questions I had while building this. One of the reasons I like streaming is because there's a lot of knowledgeable people out there. So yeah, so go join the Discord. Shout out to anyone who donated to the stream, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships to others. You make it all possible. I would not be able to do this without your continued support. Don't forget, Friday is the big giveaway stream. It will be a Friday print and chill stream on New Year's Eve, but we're giving away shit at the end, and it's a big giveaway. So I'm gonna make a tweet about it tomorrow, see if I can get a few more companies into it. I hate like just asking companies for stuff, but if they reach out, I'm okay with that. So yeah, go have fun, enjoy the rest of your holidays, be safe out there. Do not drink and drive. I don't care, don't do it. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna go finish off my drink, maybe pour another one. Yeah, and take it easy. I'll post some pictures. I'll see you Tuesday. Yeah, that's about it. Bye. Put that up on the wall. Actually, no, I gotta take pictures of it. Okay, get out of here.